middle school, when we would get our textbooks and we would get out our textbooks and they would ask us to read around the room, some of us were really excited about that because we love reading out loud. However, I don't know about you, but I dreaded when someone got called on and all you can hear is crickets. Today, I'm here to tell you about one of my biggest pet peeves. Reading aloud in class is by far the worst for many reasons. Not only do some people read extremely slow out loud, but a lot of people also mispronounce words over and over, or they can be way too quiet and you'll feel bad asking them to speak up. Some people read really slow out loud, which is my first point. Now, when it comes to reading out loud, I personally don't mind it. However, when we're in class and there's a person that takes a few seconds on each word, it kind of sounds like nails on a chalkboard. It's not anything personal, but the impatient person in me can't stand it. Also, when people read slower, we don't get as much covered in class that day as we normally would if someone who can read a little bit faster was reading, or if we just didn't read out loud at all. My next reason for why I absolutely despise reading aloud in class is the mispronunciation of words. Not just in general, although that bothers me too, but when that word comes up many more times in the reading, the person repeatedly pronounces it in the wrong way without knowing. What can make it even more annoying is when a teacher or a classmate tries to correct the mispronunciation and the person reading continues to mispronounce it wrong, but no longer subconsciously. They do it on purpose. Why is it so hard to say the word the way it was meant to be said? My last point I'll be telling you about today may be the worst of them all in my opinion. When someone is reading quietly in class, they are supposed to be reading aloud to the rest of the class. I understand that some people have quiet voices and that's okay. However, as juniors and seniors in high school, which we are now, we've been in class for about 11 or 12 years, and you think people would learn what a public speaking voice sounds like and how to use theirs. What might be the worst of all, though, is when someone is speaking quietly and you ask them politely to talk a little bit louder just so you can hear them. Right? Wrong. There's always those few people that decide to continue to whisper away, not letting anyone hear what they're supposed to be saying loud enough for the entire class to hear. Now that I've told you about how much reading out loud in class bothers me, because of not only the slow readers, but also the mispronouncers and quiet speakers, I'm hoping I raised at least a slight awareness to everyone.